the self-sabotage loop where it's almost like we start a fight, we create distance, we pull away just to confirm a belief that we already hold about ourselves, like we're too much, we're too needy, or not lovable. It's almost
Yeah.
like we see ourselves in that way because we experienced something way back,
Yeah.
and the other person left us because we're too needy, and now we're creating conflict, we're creating distance just to prove to ourselves, yes, see, I knew it, I knew it was going to happen.
I
So it's like a
knew it.
self-fulfilling prophecy. Yes.
Yeah.
So how do people see that, understand that? Hey, I'm just sabotaging myself. I'm not. None of this is real. I'm creating all these problems in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful question. So I have like so many things I want to talk about. I'm like, yes, I love this. It's so good. Let me start with, where do I want to start? Let me start with, I'm gonna go back. Remember, I bookmarked Byron Katie. Let me come back to her for a minute now.
Yeah, yeah.
So, for anybody who's not familiar with the work of Byron Katie, she's amazing. She's some really awesome tools, and her idea is that 99% of the world's suffering is caused by the thoughts we have in our head and the stories we create. And if we continue to create these stories, then we act on those stories, and then that's where even more suffering comes from. And it's really fascinating to start playing with this. So she created something called The Work, and basically it's 4 questions that you get to ask yourself when you notice one of these stories coming up. So maybe there's something like, maybe the phrase like my husband and I were in a fight, let me think, and maybe he creates a story of, or maybe I create a story. I'll say I create a story of I'm not good enough, right? And I'll make it even a little bit bigger, like in a situation with him, like I didn't we had a dinner situation once with like hot sauce. I think you'll see it in my TEDx talk. But in that situation, I didn't get enough hot sauce for his dinner, which sounds funny, but it was a thing. And in my mind, then I immediately retreat into the story of, I didn't do it right, I'm not good enough. Right. And I could even say, and I will be abandoned, right? I can go even deeper. So I didn't do it right. I'm not good enough. I'm going to be abandoned. This is a story that I've created in my head. Now, if I believe that story, then how will I act towards my husband? I'm going to shut down. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to withdraw love because I'm not deserving of love. Right. So this is that self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It's starting to happen. I created the story. I'm really believing it's true because it feels true in my body because of my old stuff when I was little. And now I'm pulling back my love to protect myself from, he's going to leave me anyways. I might as well just start protecting myself now. And then what does he feel? He sees me pulling back, and he starts creating his stories. And his story, like for my husband, like we're very clear on what our stories are. His story, his usual go-to is, she doesn't prioritize me. She doesn't consider me. I'm going to be abandoned. So here I am pulling back my love. He's like, she's not considering me. She's pulling away from me. I'm going to be abandoned. So then he starts protecting himself, right? Now we've got 2 people that we could have just shared what was happening for us. And I'll tell you how in just a moment. But instead, we believed these stories and acted on them. And now the spiral is beginning, like really getting into it. So these 4 questions are super important. The first question she asks is it true? Yes or no? Is it true? So is the story I created, I didn't do it right, I'm not good enough, I'm going to be abandoned. Is it true? A part of me is like, yes, it's true. And another part of me is like, The second question is it absolutely true? Is there no way that this could just be a story? And the answer is always no. There's always more possibilities. So the first one you might be like, yes. The second one you're like, no. Okay. Third question is, who am I when I believe that story? Like, how do I act? How do I show up when I believe that story? Well, and I believe that story, I'm pulling back. I'm getting small. I'm withdrawing. I'm protecting. And the fourth question is, who would I be without that story? Well, if I didn't believe that story, I would have more room to be curious about what is really going on with us and to see if there's something else possible. I might be able to have a deeper conversation with my husband instead of running away. What else is there? And just taking a moment to ask yourself these 4 questions can shift so much, because you realize that you're being consumed by a story and not reality, and you can start to get curious again. And that curiosity is the magic that we all really like. I'm trying to ingrain this in my children, like, just be curious anytime you feel like you're judging someone or you're being judged. Just get curious, because there's so much more available to us if we really find out what's going on.
Yeah, I have a couple of things about that because it's fascinating. I think the first one, I think, is the emotional reasoning that I feel that in our head, I feel it, therefore it's true. No, the emotion might be real, but that doesn't make it true.
Right.
And I don't think that we really pay attention to that. It's like I might be afraid of even taking a job interview, but I feel the emotion. That doesn't mean that my body's in danger. I'm
Right.
just terrified based on the. And if we can just separate those two, like, hey, I feel
Yeah.
it is real, but I don't have to believe it. It's the same thing with the stories. Yes, the story might have been created, but that doesn't make it real.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I've said it so many times on the podcast, that it doesn't matter who I'm talking to, Eric. Seriously. It doesn't matter the topic. It could be burnout, it could be relationship, it could be dating, it could be procrastinating. Doesn't matter. It seems like the everything, almost everything in life can be solved with curiosity.
Yes.
Everyone's answer is get more curious, trying to understand better. And when I'm trying to say, it's like creating more empathy that I think people are lacking. And I'm not talking about let me feel like you're feeling. No, let me try to understand how you see the world, because
Yes.
that is exactly where, by doing that, then you feel seen, you feel heard,
Yes.
you feel heard and understood, and that sort of creates that bridge, or just build that bridge, that okay, now we can connect. What's up, everyone? If you enjoy that, then press here to watch the full episode, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.